Oh, it's on now. Marquee matchup week 3. Houston versus Denver. David versus Goliath. Let's talk about it. Le'Veon Bell was out the entire offseason. We knew he wasn't going to show up. If he did, it'd be right before week 1. Week 1 rolls around, Monday he doesn't show up. Tuesday he doesn't show up. Wednesday he doesn't show up. Thursday he don't show up. Friday he doesn't show up. David sets his lineup. Says the app doesn't take it. He doesn't check it until Sunday at 2 o'clock. And then he comes on the board laughing, yeah, well, I'm winning and, I'm one man down. So what I want to talk about, David, is how competent are you to be a GM in this league? Are you really competent? I really don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. And David, just in case you were unclear on the timeline, I did a little Google research, which I know that you may not be too familiar with. And I ran across this video this guy put together. And I just want you to check it out. So let's talk about it.
The Pittsburgh Steelers are baffled and upset that Le'Veon Bell hasn't reported to camp yet like he did last year. He reported September 1st, signed his franchise tender. And it's September 1st has came and gone. And he still hasn't signed his franchise tender and reported to camp.
Still hadn't reported to camp, but I'm off that. Let's talk about this stuff right here. Here you are training J.J. Watt. Wait, hold on. Who was this random ass dude on the left over here? Look at this form. Look at these squats. He doesn't even go below parallel or even close to it. David, this man was once the greatest defensive player in the league. Look at this. Half-ass jumps. And you training him, and we wonder why he's always injured. Look who's training him. Look at this form. Look who is encouraging him to do shit half-ass and wrong. And wonder why. I mean, look at this. I mean, his knees look so damn wobbly. And you was the one that was responsible for training this man and getting him ready? Wait a minute. What is this dude over here doing on the left again? I don't understand. I mean, look at this. What does he go down, like 2 centimeters? And you know we're going to talk about Kush. That's your boy. You said in Slack that he was not under no performance-enhancing drugs whenever you were training him. And I believe that you trained him around 2013. I think his first encounter with that was around 2010. He was suspended for 4 games. And we're going to get into that. But, come on, Kush. Put your back into it. Let's go. You can do it. Come on. That's how you push someone. You don't shoot them up with steroids.
I appealed the decision, and in that process presented significant medical and scientific data challenging the league's determination that the banned substance was present by ingestion. It was not naturally occurring. I want to make it known that I did not inject or ingest any illegal substances that would enhance my performance. I was stunned basically because of the scientific and medical data we had backing it up, and I felt that knowing that I did not ingest or inject anything at all, the fact that how this got into my body and why the suspension would take place, that's why I was confused. There's certain different ways. There's a lot of different options for how to get into a male's body, and personally, I know I didn't ingest or inject anything, and the fact that my options were that I was rather injecting or had a tumor, what I was told by some sources, I played the whole season thinking I had tumors. So that's how I feel.
And I just got to ask, who the hell were these sources that told you you had tumors, and yet you didn't tell anyone and you just played, and you didn't ingest any steroids? Hold on, let's go to this next clip.
Texans fans, well, they did not see it coming. Brian Cushing getting slapped with a 10-game suspension for violating the league's policy on performance-enhancing drugs.
And this isn't the first time he's gotten in trouble. Jason Bristol joins us now with the story. Jason?
Yes, you are right. This is not the first time for Brian Cushing, but I can tell you this. It's very interesting to take a look back at the first time he was in trouble with the league. Back in 2010, he was suspended 4 games for reportedly testing positive for HCG. It's a fertility drug, which is often taken by steroid users to help restart their own testosterone production. Now, Cushing claimed he had a medical condition called overtrained athlete syndrome, which he says triggered that positive test. Now, we don't know what Brian Cushing tested positive for this time, but it is worth noting he appealed that first suspension, but not this one. Len, Mia?
How this plays out and what it affects the defense. All right, thank you, Jason.
So this second time, David, you were training him. This is 2013, if I'm not mistaken on the timeline. So what were you giving him? Because the first time he had tumors, and the second time, he didn't even appeal it. What would they have found in his system? What was he doing, David? And if you and him wasn't slapping needles in each other's ass, then how did you go from this little skinny, scrawny, ugly motherfucker right here in a matter of a couple months to this ugly motherfucker with a little bit more size? Still ugly as fuck. Let's talk about it, Dave. Hit me up.